You're not a team player and you won't be leader again. That's the blunt public message to Kevin Rudd from one of Julia Gillard's most trusted allies. Simon Crean was being questioned about the Labor leadership following another poor showing in the polls. But by trying to dampen speculation of a Rudd comeback, Mr Crean only drew attention to the issue. That suits Tony Abbott, who's marked the start of the year with a speech portraying himself as an opposition leader who does more than just oppose. Here's Chief Political Correspondent Mark Simpkin.
Is this Tony 2.0, a different kind of opposition leader?
Good speech, Tony. Well, I wrote it, so I hope it is.
Quite deliberately, the speech toned down his opposition and played up his vision.
I want to change Australia for the better.
He repeated the promises of slash spending and tax cuts and vowed to relocate an Abbott government to a remote Indigenous community for at least 1 week a year.
I want to end forever any lingering suspicion that the Coalition has a good head but a cold heart for dealing with Aboriginal people.
While the address was less about saying no, there were maybes, including a $4 billion a year dental scheme.
Now, I stress that Medicare-funded dentistry is an aspiration, not a commitment.
Unfortunately, we've just seen a rehash in his National Press Club address of the same negativity, government bashing, and no new ideas. It was Groundhog Day for Dr. No.
Speaking of Groundhog Day, a largely unchanged opinion polls prompted more speculation about Labor's leadership stocks.
Kevin Rudd is doing a great job as Minister for Foreign Affairs.
A Prime Ministerial supporter gave a less flattering assessment of Kevin Rudd.
He can't be Prime Minister again, so the question for him is he's got to accept that. People will not elect as leaders those they don't perceive as team players, Neil.
And he is not perceived as a team player?
I think that part of the reason he lost the leadership was that he wasn't. There's no point having a band of prima donnas unless they operate as a team.
The scene on the Labor side of politics is starting to resemble more a scene from the movie Gladiator, where Simon Crean is sticking his trident into Kevin Rudd today, and there's blood and gore spread across the Roman Forum.
The political year officially starts next week, but not much is new. The parties are in the same pole position, arguing about the same things, and still talking of a Rudd challenge, although Labor power brokers insist no numbers are being counted. Mark Simpkin, ABC News, Canberra.